Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, 100% Pure Elvis. The next items in my collection that I wanted to share with you today is my collection of Elvis Monthly magazines. These were released monthly in the United Kingdom, and there is quite a lot to get through. I am just going to show you the front cover. They're not in chronological order, unfortunately, but I've kept these stored in a box so not to get damaged. As an Elvis fan, I used to look forward to purchasing Elvis Monthly every single month from my local newspaper shop, and like a WH Smith, which is a big retailer in the United Kingdom. So there is quite a few to get through, so please bear with me while I show you them all. So I will start off by showing you different covers. So here we go. So as you can see throughout, there's just many images of Elvis. I think all in all, I've probably got around 120. And what I liked about the Elvis Monthly collection was it used to give you loads of upcoming releases in the Elvis world. Fans used to write segments in these magazines. And unfortunately, it has now stopped publication due to, unfortunately, lack of people purchasing the monthly magazine. But I used to love going out and collecting these. You know, if I was working at the time, my mum would go out to purchase it for me. I would never miss a month's release. Obviously, haven't got all of them because I didn't start collecting them until around 1992. And as we all know, Elvis Monthly, I think it started in the 1960s. Please correct me if I am wrong. But what I love is so many different photos were used on the front covers of the Elvis Monthly magazine. And did you collect these magazines? Were you were, were you like me and excited when they were due for release? And again, the photos that were used on the front covers was just outstanding. And for an Elvis fan, you were also excited about wondering what was going to be the next photo on the front cover. There's always photos that you maybe hadn't seen before of Elvis. And I think for me, also the excitement of it was reading fans' articles that were in these monthly magazines. I have the pleasure of working with an organization called Strictly Elvis, and David Wade, who owns Strictly Elvis, kind of always spoke to me about these magazine releases when I joined Strictly Elvis in 2019. And again, it is unfortunate that it did go out of circulation, but for Elvis fans, obviously, you just keep them as a memento. And I still look through these from time to time, get them out from the box that they're stored in, look through them, and obviously at the time in the 1990s, it was always promoting the CDs and VHS of today, which was newly released, and you would then try and go to the local HMV bookshop and try and purchase the latest releases of Elvis. And I think for me also it was great to see other fans' opinions of the releases at the time, because not all releases of Elvis throughout the 1990s going forward were the best. And personally, I do feel at times Elvis World we were slightly taken advantage of in regards to they were releasing far too much Elvis stuff for people to purchase. Every month, there seemed to have been something different out in the Elvis world for fans to buy. And as Elvis fans, as we all know, we always like to buy everything on the King. But as I'm going through these, it's just the photos on the front covers. There are so many different photos of Elvis, and it just goes to show how much he was photographed as an individual. And I think the only person I can think of that might have been photographed more in her day was Princess Diana, and obviously, I think with the legacy that Elvis left, like with the where he started in the 1950s, going into the movie years as an actor, coming out the other side back into live performances, he's left us a lot of stuff where we can always go back and see Elvis. And I think that as an Elvis fan, that's something we've got to be proud of, that Elvis left his fans so much to remember him by. And there's a lot written about Elvis was worried that his fans would forget him once he passed. And I only wish Elvis knew how much love he had from his adoring public. And I think, for me, I think Elvis did realise that, but he was a very insecure man in regards to staying current in his music. And I think, obviously, his music did change throughout, and but he never wavered from knowing what his fans wanted, and whatever Elvis released in his lifetime, his fans would just go out in droves to buy it. And unfortunately, I didn't have the pleasure of ever seeing Elvis on stage, and I have never visited Graceland. It is my dream to go and visit Graceland, to pay my respects to the man who has had the most influential effect on my life. And what I mean by that is, obviously, if I've had relationships, I've been in my present relationship for 15 years, and I adore my husband, but for me, Elvis has always been the mainstay in my life. And I think I thank my mum enormously for bringing Elvis into my life. She always had Elvis on around the house, and my mum is still with us, thankfully, and we constantly still talk about Elvis, and she never ever tires of hearing new things about Elvis. My mum is now 83 years of age, and she absolutely looks forward to going to see anything Elvis related. And personally, me, I'm not a big fan of the ETAs, and I'm sorry if some people are offended by that. What I mean is, there are some ETAs that are very good at what they do, but for me, it's the real Elvis that I want to hear. And also, no one can come close to him. And I think some of the ETAs, they are too much like Elvis, and they are a carbon copy, and I just don't like that. No one comes close to Elvis. So for me, yeah, there is some ETAs out there that they are doing good for the Elvis name, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed looking through them with me. Great collection to have. I have around 120. How many of these do you have in your collection? Did you collect these each month? And do you still have them in your collection? Thank you for taking the time out to watch this upload. Something very different. Wanted you to have the opportunity to see my Elvis Monthly collection. And I will speak to you all soon. Please keep Elvis close to your hearts. Please keep on playing his music. And thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for making it grow. I have just hit 500 subscribers. Thank you so much for, in such a small time, in 2.5 months, to get 500 subscribers. It makes me so appreciative of all of you. Please keep on supporting me. Stay safe, everyone. Look after yourselves. Speak soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.